Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dewey's Bingo. I know it's been a few weeks. I've been busy traveling and other things going on, but we're here today, and hopefully we'll be here next week as well. So hopefully we'll get some people in here to play with us today. We have one person already, so I'm glad for that. Let's wait and see if we get anybody else in here to play with us. This week we're going to be doing amusement park bingo. Various amusement parks from all over the country and all over the world. And then next week will be carnival and fair topic. It's all kinds of games and foods and things you find at a carnival or fair. So they're nice summer type things. So hopefully we'll get some people in here to compete against Captain Billy. Can't play if he's the only player. That wouldn't be very fair. Yes, Captain Billy, I'm Bingo Daddy. Yeah, looks like we got somebody else that snuck in here. Let's see if they identify themselves. Yeah, there'll probably be a bunch of amusement parks in this bingo that a lot of people haven't heard of. A lot of them I had never heard of, and over time, and it's like, who knows? Maybe eventually we'll get to some of them. I haven't been to any Disney park since the early 90s, so I'm way past due. Well, we had somebody else in here watching, but they bailed out on us before they identify. Excuse me. I like the Carnival Magic. It was I've been on it before. I liked it then, and I liked it this time. It was fun getting to meet up with old friends, getting to meet some new friends, and even meet some brand new people on the ship. So I would go on Magic again. I like it. And the food was really good, even the buffet. And I'm not a big fan of Carnival buffet food, but they had some pretty decent food. I ate twice in the Italian restaurant and two or three times in the dining room. The rest is in the buffet. So it was some pretty good food. Of course, they have the blue iguana. And the burger place, God, I'm just drawing blank on any kind of names, but Guy's Burgers. And I didn't have any pizza this time. I did have some of it from the seafood shack. I had a craving for that, so I had one of those lobster sandwiches, lobster roll, I guess they call it. That was pretty good. Yeah, the lobster rolls are good. And they had a sushi place on there too. I had sushi one day for lunch. And I am a sushi lover, so. Well, I wonder if we're going to get anybody in here to play with you. It took me a while to get to like sushi. When I was younger, didn't like it, but I worked at a place where people went for sushi for lunch a lot. Hey, Greg, glad to see you. At least we got two people in here. But then eventually I started trying simple stuff like a California roll with no raw fish in it. And then I started trying it with the different seafoods in it. And now I like all kinds. I even like, my favorite is eel of all things. Yes, Greg, you'll need to get a card. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here with cards so we have enough people to play with. Yeah, it looks like we got a third person in here. Let's see if they'll identify who they are or if they'll get a card to play with. The link is at the top of the chat to be able to get a card and play with us. Let me go ahead and I'll post it in the chat here again. Cruising Scene, glad to see you. More the merrier. We want to get some people in here to play bingo. So if you click this link, you can get a card to play. Hey, Sharon's got her card. So we got 2 cards. Greg, go ahead and get you a card. Then we'll have 3 people to play, at least for the first game. So. I'm looking forward to my dinner tonight. I made a manicotti stuffed with crab meat and Alfredo sauce and shrimp. Something I saw on Facebook the other day, and it smells really good. So I can't wait for the game to get over so I can go eat dinner. And a lot of cheese on it and garlic, of course. I didn't put onions in it. That's what I forgot. I usually put onions in everything, and I didn't put any onions in this one. Shame on me. Oh, we got some severe thunderstorm warnings popping up nearby over in Hollywood, which is over here between here and Miami. Like 1 or 2 communities over, so. Haven't had a Whataburger yet. I don't think we have those down here. Okay, well, looks like, well, we've got the 3 cards up there. We might as well go ahead and start playing the game. Waiting because we wait for other people. It could be who knows how long. So let me go ahead and get the bingo caller up here. Okay. Well, you ready to get playing on? Here we go. And the first amusement park will be, okay, get my mouse in the right spot, the Gardaland Resort in Verona, Italy. Oh, that's right. We got to pick a pattern. I'm always forgetting that. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's see, we've got, okay, there's the choices. So first person to yell up a choice in the chat, and that's the pattern we'll play. Four corners, that sounds good to me. Let me go get that. And okay, 4 corners. There we go. That's up in the corner. We turn off this one. And now we're back. So now you just need to have one in each of the four corners, and you already have the center one for this free square. So our next park will be, okay, click on the right spot. I haven't done this for a few weeks. I'm getting rusty, I guess. Okay, we got the Prater in Vienna, Austria. They're not all foreign ones. I just didn't have enough U.S. ones to make a whole bingo game. Some of these European ones look like they were pretty awesome, though. And our next one is Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario. If Larry were here, he'd be happy. We have Canada being represented. Or Rob, he isn't here either. We have none of our Canadian friends. Michael Ann isn't here yet today. Our next park will be Legoland here in Florida, at Winter Haven, Florida. Then we have Berjaya Times Square Theme Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Hope it's a lot of fun because it's sure a mouthful to say. Then we have Wonderla Amusement Park in Hyderabad, India. The next park, Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon County, Michigan. Then we have Kennywood in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. I was surprised there was quite a few in Pennsylvania. Then we have La Ronde in Montreal, Quebec in Canada. Universal Studios, Florida, here in Orlando, Florida. I think that would be my favorite one to go to if I had to choose just one to go to for the day. And the next one is Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. They got a lot of changes coming to the various parks, it seems, in the next year or two. Then we have Epcot, again in Orlando. Then we have Universal Studios Japan in Osaka, Japan. Oh, I hear the thunder starting, so I think we are getting some thunderstorms. Epcot is pretty interesting with all the different cultural things. And our next one is Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. I didn't realize Islands of Adventure was a whole separate park from Universal Studios until this week. Then we have Europa Park in Strasbourg, Germany. In Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. I've been there. I actually took my mom one time. I was going to Chicago for a Best Western meeting, and she loved amusement parks. So she went with me, and then after I got done with my meetings, we spent a day up at the Six Flags there before we went home. Thanks to the amusement parks, that's how we finally got her to have a wheelchair, because she would never get one, and she had emphysema, so it was really hard for her to get around. And we were going to Six Flags in St. Louis one time, and we convinced her to go because we told her that they have free wheelchairs and said it won't cost anything and you'll be able to enjoy the park. Well, she conceded to let us do that. And when we went, oh my God, she had so much fun that as soon as we got done at the park, she said, "You can buy me a wheelchair as soon as we get home." She realized how much more freedom that gave her for what she used to have. Okay, our next park, Six Flags over Mid-America in St. Louis, Missouri. Speak of the devil. That was the one. That's the one I've been at the most often, I think, because it was close. I've been there 3 or 4 different times over the years. And then we have Nickelodeon Universe in the Mall of America at Bloomington, Minnesota. Then we have the Schlitterbahn Texas Water Park and Resort in New Braunfels, Texas. A lot of these are water parks, I've noticed. And then we have Hershey Park, another park in Pennsylvania, in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Then we have Port Aventura World in Tarragona, Spain. Then we have Gold Reef City Theme Park in Johannesburg, South Africa. Followed by Shanghai Disneyland in Shanghai, China. Alton Towers Resort in Alton in the United Kingdom. And Holiday World and Splash and Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. I've been there. That wasn't that far from where I lived. So, and of course, being Santa Claus, I had to go there. So it's a cute little park. It's really grown over the years. They have all kinds of different. They call it Holiday World because they got Santa Claus land, but over the years they've added other holidays. So you got a big variety of themes going around there. Next is Nobles Amusement Resort in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I told you there's a lot of them in Pennsylvania. Followed by Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California. Then we have Everland Theme Park in Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. Forgive me if my pronunciations are rough on some of these foreign ones. Then we have SeaWorld San Diego in San Diego, California. I've been there, but it was a long time ago. I was single-digit age, so I was less than 10 years old when I was there. I'm sure it's a lot different now. That. I don't think that's what you were talking about, though, right, Captain Billy? Then we have Asterix Park in Paris, France. Followed by Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida. Then we have Carol Winds in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think everybody is now down to just needing one, and all three of you need a different one, so that's good. Next, we have Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark. Then we have Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. I don't think I've been there. I think I was supposed to one time when we were young. My brother and I both had newspaper routes, and we won trip to Kings Island, and I think he won a trip to Cedar Point, but I don't think I was able to win that because his paper had more contests than mine because mine was the more popular one, so I didn't get to go to Cedar Point. I'm going to have to talk to some friends of mine. I got a friend of mine whose last name is Tivoli, and he is of that descent. So I wonder if it's part of his family or if it's just a common name. Next is Noah's Ark Water Park in Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin. Wisconsin Dells has a lot of water parks. Then we have Wallaby, Belgium, in Wallonia, Belgium. Followed by Magic Kingdom Park in Orlando, Florida. And I think that means we're going to have a winner. Yay! Good for you, Sharon. I saw that you were going to be a winner there. Congratulations. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. We have a winner! Yay! Okay. Let me go ahead and put up the choices here. And since you were the winner, you get to choose the next game. And while you're looking at that, I'll go in here and reset everything for the next game. Okay, we scramble the cards, clear them and scramble them. Cards are all reset, ready to go. Scramble the caller. And that's ready to go. Okay, let's go back down here to the chat. Oops, got to enter it on the spreadsheet before I forget. Okay, Sharon, I think that makes your second win in our bingo competition here. Congratulations. Okay, back over here. Let's see. And you picked the boat. All right. Let's see. Boat, 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 boat. There you are. Boat. Okay, so we're going to play the boat pattern. Okay, well, we ready to go? Okay, there's the boat pattern. And whoops. I think that's the first one. Let me make sure here. Start. Yep. Okay. The first one is Universal Studios in Hollywood, Universal Studios Hollywood in Universal City, California. Let me switch back over here to the chat so I can see what everybody's saying. I did have a good time, Sharon, on the cruise. I got some sun in the pool one day and kind of sunburned the top of my head too. It's still a little tender when I brush my hair. But I met some old friends and met some new friends and met some kind of in-between friends, people I knew online but had never met in person, and met some stranger friends. So I met all kinds of good people, had some good fun. I enjoyed myself. And 2 weeks from today, I'll be on the Virgin for 11 days. I'm looking forward to that too. Okay, next park is Hollywood Studios in Orlando. Followed by Nickelodeon Universe at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. Then we have Alton Towers Resort in Alton, United Kingdom. And Schlitterbahn in New Braunfels, Texas. Funny how so many of these were in the first game already, and there's still many more we haven't seen yet. So, Europa Park in Strasbourg, Germany. Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. There we go. I've been to parts of that. I haven't been to the whole park, but I've been to parts of it. Then we have H2 Oasis Indoor Water Park in Anchorage, Alaska. You know, picture Alaska being someplace with a water park, but I guess if it's indoors, you can do it. Then we have Gronelund in Stockholm, Sweden. Next is Legoland Florida Resort in Winter Haven, Florida. Then we have Wallaby Belgium in Wallonia, Belgium. Next is Everland Theme Park in Yongin, Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. Followed by Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. And Universal Studios Florida in Orlando, Florida. We have Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon County, Michigan. And Universal Studios Japan in Osaka, Japan. SeaWorld San Diego in San Diego, California. And Silverwood Theme Park in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. And Shanghai Disneyland in Shanghai, China. Followed by La Ronde, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right since it's probably French. La Ronde. Then we have Asterix Park in Paris, France. And Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. And our next one, Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. I've been to that one when I was young. When I'm talking school age young, probably 12 or 13. And Indiana Beach Amusement and Water Park in Lake Schaefer, Indiana. Even though that was close, I never made it there, but my mom said she went there a lot when she was young. And Six Flags in Fiesta, Texas, in San Antonio, Texas. And Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And Efteling Fantasy Theme Park in Katcheville, Netherlands. And Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark. Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York. Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. That's way up in the northeast or northwestern corner of Ohio. Gold Reef City Theme Park in Johannesburg, South Africa. Followed by Animal Kingdom Theme Park in Orlando, Florida. Then we have Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Next is Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay, Tampa, Florida. I know Captain Billy's been there, but I haven't been there yet. And Epcot in Orlando, Florida. Pacific Park on the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. And Berjaya Times Square Theme Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. in Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. I'll show you how long ago it was I was there. They still had e-tickets. So those that are old enough to remember, it was before they had to buy one price to everything. And you had A, B, C, D, and E. And it's like going to some of your carnivals now where you buy the little tickets and you need 5 tickets to ride this ride and 2 for that. Well, the same kind of way Disneyland did at that time. The A tickets were just the cheesy rides, and the E tickets were all the good ones. So every once in a while you hear a comment about it's as good as an E ticket ride in Disneyland. Well, that's where that expression came from. We got Magic Kingdom here in Orlando. And Gardaland Resort in Verona, Italy. Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. And Wonderla Amusement Park in Hyderabad, India. Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario. The Prater in Vienna, Austria. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California. And Ferrari World Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. And Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. Followed by Essel World in Mumbai, India. And Port Aventura World in Tarragona, Spain. Oops, double clicked. Next one is Noble's Amusement Resort in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. Followed by Noah's Ark Water Park in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. Well, we got a few. Let's see, Greg's down to 1. Sharon's down to 2. Captain Billy's down to 3. Holiday World and Splashin' Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. Oh, guess what? I think we have a bingo. Yay, way to go, Greg. Congratulations. We got the winner. Yay, we have a winner. Okay, Greg, I see it put you up to, you got 10 wins now. You're up in a solid 3rd place now. Okay, let me reset all the cards and we'll get ready for the last one, which our last game is always the coverall. So Let me go in here and change that to cover all. Okay. Poor Billy. Well, he still got one more chance to win one. Let me get the cards reset here. Okay, select, clear and scramble. Yes. Scramble the collar. Yes. Okay. Of course, that one was almost a coverall because of the way the the pattern was. Excuse me. Okay, everybody, let's ready for the last one here. Okay, let's see what happens with this one. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, our first one is Gronaland in Stockholm, Sweden. Then we have Alton Towers Resort in Alton, United Kingdom. And then SeaWorld Orlando in Orlando, Florida. I thought SeaWorld was over in Tampa. In Europa Park in Strasbourg, Germany. Then we have Legoland in Winter Haven, Florida. In Gold Reef City in Johannesburg, South Africa. Nobles Amusement Resort in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. And SeaWorld San Diego in San Diego, California. Next is Kennywood in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. And Animal Kingdom in Orlando. Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida. Ferrari World Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. Nickelodeon Universe at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. And Wonderla Amusement Park in Hyderabad, India. Then you have Efteling Fantasy Theme Park in Courchevel, Netherlands. Oops, I think I double clicked there. Then we have Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. followed by Shanghai Disneyland in Shanghai, China. Schlitterbahn Texas Water Park and Resort in New Braunfels, Texas. At Essel World in Mumbai, India. Universal Studios Japan in Osaka. Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Wonder if you can buy a Nestle's Crunch Bar there. Then we got Pacific Park on Santa Monica Pier in California. And Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. H2 Oasis Indoor Water Park in Anchorage, Alaska. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California. And Port Aventura World in Tarragona, Spain. Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. And Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Gardaland Resort in Verona, Italy. And Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. And Hollywood Studios in Orlando. Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario. La Ronde in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Everland Theme Park in Yongin, Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. And Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York. Epcot in Orlando. Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio. Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. Yeah, I'm watching your card, Sharon. You've got 3, so 4, 5 that you've missed so far. The first one in the G and the first one in the O, and the last one in the I and the last one in the N, and the one in the I column next to the free space. Looking at Captain Billy's, he's got all his, and Greg, the remaining one in the G column I've called. You can mark that one. I'll watch your card for you, Sharon, even though you're leaving. Drive careful. Okay, we have the Prater in Vienna, Austria. And Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark. And Asterix Park in Paris, France. And Six Flags Over Mid-America in St. Louis. And Noah's Ark in Wisconsin Dells. Wallaby, Belgium in Wallonia, Belgium. Silverwood Theme Park in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Holiday World and Splashin' Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. Then we have Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. And then we have Indiana Beach in Lake Schaefer, Indiana. Berjaya Times Square Theme Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Let's see, that puts Greg and Billy tied. Universal Studios in Universal City, California. Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. And Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon County, Michigan. Oop, that puts Greg down to just needing one. And Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. That brings Sharon down to 2. Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Now everybody's down to 1. Oh, it's funny. Captain Billy and Greg need the same one to win. And Sharon needs a different one. So we have Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. And guess what? Sharon wins. You guys got close. Almost was a tie there. Hey, we got a winner. All right. Hey, Amy, glad to see you made it. I wish you'd have got here earlier so you could have played with us. Next week, we'll be playing a similar theme with the amusement parks. It'll be carnival and fair. So it'll be different things you find in a carnival or fair, like the rides, the sights, the attractions, the food, stuff like that. I just finished that one up today, so that will be next Wednesdays. As far as I know, I will be here. I don't have anything planned yet, so we will do that one. And also, don't forget that if we get our numbers up, we will do a Jewels and Gems one, and I got some more goodies to give away on the Effie cruise I was on. So one of these days, we'll actually start getting a big enough crowd to play. We can have prizes and stuff. So that'll be fun. And don't forget, if you have any suggestions as far as if you want to change days, if you want to add days, if you have any ideas for bingo games or something, just let me know and I'll be glad to create them. Yeah, congratulations, Sharon. You were a winner and didn't even have to be here. So I played your card up for you and you did well. So that's 2 for you, 1 for Greg, and Captain Billy got a goose egg today. Sorry, Captain. But in the meantime, I will see you all next week. And don't forget, I think Saturday night we are still planning on an episode of Sexual Peekaboo. So we'll see some of you there. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. And otherwise, we'll see you around on the tube. So take care, everybody.